Hey everybody, welcome back to Drunken Sailors Brew and Barbecue, where today we're going to be reviewing the latest addition to the barbecue, and that is the Lang Smokers 36-inch deluxe hybrid patio cooker. Made in the USA by Ben Lang and his crew down in Georgia. 1/4-inch rolled steel. It's a great cooker. I'm so glad to have added this to the barbecue. We're going to go inside and out, a full review. It's a reverse flow cooker, something that maybe you guys haven't seen before, which is a great concept to cooking. And we're going to take a look at it inside and out. So stick around, check it out.
2, 11, 12, fire! What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Lie in the morning. Hooray, and up he rises.
What we're looking at here is the Lang 36-inch hybrid deluxe patio version. What makes it a hybrid is the addition of this charcoal side, or charcoal grill, to the cooker, along with the smoker. And what makes it a deluxe is the addition of this warming box on top of the smoker box. We'll talk about this in a few minutes. But let's look over here at the charcoal side of things. As you can see, again, this is all 1/4-inch rolled steel, made down in Georgia. We've got 2 racks to cook on, lots of space. Let me pull these out. Some of this out here. Okay, and inside we've got, again, this is just the charcoal side of things. There's a wall that separates the 2 sides of the cooker. You can see this is tough 1/4-inch rolled steel. And down below it's just an air vent. And again, this is just charcoal grilling. Solid steel. It holds the heat very well. He's back. If you look up here, here's our chimney. Typically, I'll leave that fully open for charcoal grilling. And we've got our thermometer, again, made in the USA. An accurate thermometer, I must say. Most of these you see in your store-bought grills are not accurate at all. You don't trust them. These are quality thermometers. One key, make sure you keep that stem good and clean. I've given a good scrubbing today, but over time that thing's going to get some carbon buildup, and it's going to affect the readings. So you want to make sure that is good and clean. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and button this thing up, and we'll go ahead and move on to the smoker side of the cooker. Be right back. All right, so now we're going to move on to the money side of this cooker, and that is the smoker box. Here we've got, again, a good quality Lang gauge, made in the USA. This is the 36-inch again, so what that means, we've got 36 inches of horizontal cooking space. We've got 2 shelves here. Plenty of room. You can cook half a dozen racks of ribs pretty comfortably with this top shelf out. Like that. You're looking at, you know, a couple of birds, four chickens, easy. Same thing with, you know, pork shoulders, what have you. You can fit quite a bit in here, especially for a home setup, which is what I've got here. I don't do this professionally, but we got plenty of room in there. Again, this is the 36-inch. There also is, you can check out Ben Lang's website. There's 48, 60, 84-inch. You can really go nuts with these things, and it's all good quality. Again, we're looking at a reverse flow cooker. Pull these bottom racks out. I'll show you in a bit what this reverse flow looks like, but here we've got our drain. And this plate right here, this is again solid steel that's been welded into the tube, that our heat goes underneath this steel and comes out over here. You can zoom in there, Jess, maybe kind of get a good look at it. From the firebox on the opposite end of this smoker, that's where our heat's coming up. And it's going to go out of there and back up through here and then out the stack. And that's what we call a reverse flow smoker. It works really well. As far as keeping a consistent heat from left to right, it's very good. There is a difference in heat from the bottom rack to the top. The top does tend to be a little bit warmer than the bottom, but from left to right, you're looking at really good consistency in heat, which is good, and temperature. So. All right, moving on over to the deluxe warmer box. This is on the 36-inch Lang. It's about a $300 add-on. It's according to Ben Lang, about 50% people love it, and about 50% could, care less. I kind of love it, even though I don't use it that often. It's one of those things where I love to have it, even if you don't use it that often. We got 3 shelves. So this is all just expanded metal. They'll pop in and out. The dampers up top. If you can swing over here, Jess, you can see these pinwheel dampers work really well. There's another one on the other side. If I close the door, you can see again, nice gauge for temperature. Got a pinwheel damper here. This is a drain for the bottom level. Get a nice little small pail just to hang off of that. I still have to get one of those. If we come back in here, you can see on that bottom level, there's a damper. This opens up into the smoker cooker area. So this will allow more smoke and more heat, if you want, to come up into the deluxe warmer box. So as we close this, you'll also see some pretty good this bracing. We got some stitch welds going on here. They really did a lot of homework in adjusting for expansion of the metals and such. There's really no chance this stuff is going to warp with this additional bracing. Again, these handles, if you can zoom in here, just look at this bolt. You'll see all the bolts are welded. Those are like that throughout all the handles throughout the grill. If we move down to the actual cooker, the Firebox that is, again, some extra steel welded here, X-bracing on the inside to account for the heat. Same thing here. This is all, the nuts are all welded. They're not going anywhere. The wood rack, solid steel. It's not going anywhere. I do add a small piece of expanded metal. Sometimes it kind of bends up for my smoke hollow days, just to keep from the wood from falling over to the sides. But for the most part, you don't need it. It'll handle charcoal. It's meant to burn wood. It's a stick burner, but it'll work either way. The idea here too is with this 1/4-inch steel all the way around, once that fire gets going and it's moving along, this thing holds heat. The heat retention, I should say, is excellent. So now if you look down there, Jess, see if you can zoom down in there. Maybe I can take a picture and we'll look later. But that is where your heat is traveling. It's going all the way down and then to the other side of the smoker, and then back up and back this way and up and out the stack. So there's our smoker box and there's our Firebox. Gotta love it. All right, so we'll go over some of the externals of this cooker. One of my favorites, if not the favorite, this shelf. I mean, how convenient is that? Again, expanded metal, solid steel, locks in place, having a nice little cooking area. It's about 14, 16 inches or so deep, right in front of your cooking space. Is great to have and so convenient. And to fold it down, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that for moving it around. And for moving it around, we've got a nice little handle here. This is solid steel, welded. I like to hang my tools and utensils and stuff while I'm cooking off of this. It's quite convenient. Let's bring this thing back up. Come down below here, Jess. Let's look at this valve. We've got this. Here's our grease dump valve from the smoker box. Over here, this is our ash dump on the charcoal side. Again, it's all solid steel. This thing is just built with quality. It's all been made by hand. Well, I'll tell you, Ben Lang is something else. I had a few questions when I was doing my homework for what kind of grill I'm going to buy. And so I called Ben Lang, the office, had my questions. So we'll have somebody get back to you. And sure enough, it was Ben Lang himself who called me back. So the owner of the company called me back and answered any questions that I had. Quality piece of gear here. If you're looking for a good cooker, This is the way to go. You can't beat it. It's made in the USA, quality, family owned. Take a couple, 2-3 weeks to get yours the way you want it. If you have any questions, you give them a call, and the customer service is absolutely fabulous. So that's all I got. 36-inch hybrid deluxe patio Lang cooker, the newest, latest, and greatest addition to Drunken Sailor's Brew and Barbecue. Looking forward to doing some new cooking and some new videos. Maybe some dessert pizza coming up, but we'll see about that. So, any questions or comments, leave them below. That's all I got. I'm out. See you later.